Welcome to the stream. We're once again art fighting today. I'm very excited. I say that every time. I am excited though. Cause today we are working on an attack for somebody who's been in chat a few times. So I'm excited for that. Give me a second. Okay. The file was loading again. Right now, it looks like that Clip Studio Paint's trying to be a little bit laggy today, which is understandable. I've had this up all morning, so... Anyway, I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. Rendering with the skin and stuff. I prefer using a larger... Yeah, and then at first, because we like to... Actually, no, we don't like to. I didn't realize that this was... What color am I using right now for the base? Alright, so it needs to be a little bit lighter, like so. Maybe a little bit. Hi, good morning, Ran. Yes, I am ready for battle. We're actually battling one of the Stormlings today. This is a character from somebody who's been in chat the past few streams. I don't know if they'll be in today. If they're not, this will remain a secret. If they do pop in, I can't really control that. If they do pop in, I'll be able to ask them direct questions about their character though. Which would be nice. Because I certainly hope I got her face shape right. This is like the impression she gave me, so I hope it looks right. Let's see. Move this in a little bit. Move this in a little bit. Right now I'm just going through and... Wait. Oh, this isn't bright enough. Will this keep the opacity? It does, okay. Sweet. It did keep the opacity, that's nice. I was hoping it would. Alright. So, for this drawing, the shading, the light, is coming from the front this time. So, we're rendering. So, her face is going to be exposed to more light than shadow. Though there will be shadow up here where her bangs are. But we are currently trying to build up the light on her cheeks and nose first, because that's where I always start. I always start around the cheeks and nose. It's easier to start around that area, and then I just build up around it when I can. Let's see. I'll be blending it, of course. For now, this works. Need to put some extra light on her chin. Shape it around the lips. Go. Shape this. Blend it into the edges of the face a little bit more. We'll use the eraser tool later to get more hard shadows. Ooh, I forgot to do something. Yes. Alright, perfect. Awesome. Now let's continue. I forgot to put, I forgot to put, I forgot to put the stream statistics up so I can see when the stream starts lagging and stuff. Alright. Gonna build up the nose bridge a little bit. Blend in the edges of her nose right here. And right here too. Yeah! And now, we're gonna go over to the eyelids. Move this around. Perfect. And I'm gonna do the same right here. Rendering up around the eyelid. Alright. Now, we're going to harden those edges a little bit. Same over here. Alrighty. Yeah. And then we're gonna do that again. But this time we're choosing a different size. Del Taco, hello! I like your name, Del Taco. How are you? Adam. How's your day been? You got fresh shabakadoo. Anytime I see Del Taco, I think of that. Free shabakadoo. Gosh, I can't help. I'm doing great, just drawing for Art Fight as well. Really? That's so fun. What team are you on? What team are you on? I'm Team Chris. Ooh, we gotta... I'm so sorry, guys. I'm not in, like, the yappiest mood today. I'm trying so hard to be yappy, but I'm just, like, focusing really hard on the artwork I'm doing. Here we go. And then we're gonna blend that in. Team Crystals, rah! Rah! Perfect. We love Team Crystals. Oh, did you see? Our ratio is back up. We're back at 50-50. For a while there, Crystals was like at like 47%. I was like, guys, we gotta step it up, y'all. But I was so excited. I was like, yes, all is right with the world again. All is right with the world. Am I not using the proper... I think it's back at 49.9. No! No! It's okay. After I finish this attack, then we'll be back up. Such a delusional take. Oh my goodness. I doubt I'll make a dent, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I'm such a slow artist. It takes me forever to complete artworks. Like, each one this year has taken me at least I think the shortest was 5 hours and the longest was like 17. So, I don't know. Oh, this one's taking me 4 hours and I've barely scratched the surface of my rendering and stuff. Such is the life of art. Let's see. So since the light is coming from the front, I do need to render a little bit more. Good on you for staying on it though. Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying really hard. So I'm gonna finish this attack, and then I've got one more attack to do, and then I gotta work on some revenges. Because I do try and do revenges. As long as you're like on this opposite team, I'll try and do a revenge. I can't always promise one though, because again, it takes me so long to do stuff. But my revenge attacks are going to be emoji packs, so like I did last year. So that's what I'm gonna hopefully be working on here soon after I get this headshot done and the next one. And then after I do a few revenges, I'll have to stop and focus on editing for my video for this month, because I still haven't worked on my art fight video. It's a tragedy, truly. So what attack are you working on now, Del Taco? Oh wait, you're drawing. I'm sorry. I shouldn't pull you away from your drawing. Our fight's gotten really big since the last, in the past few years. It's gotten really popular. It's grown quite a bit. I joined like a few years ago, and like last year was the TikTok boom, and that was crazy, dude. The amount of people that suddenly appeared on Art Fight was insane. We had so many people joining like the official Art Fight Discord. Crazy. Working on an attack for a human character because I need more human practice. I need to step up out of my comfort zone. Yeah, that's what I do for Art Fight too. I use Art Fight as an excuse to step out of my comfort zone. So what kind of characters do you normally draw? Aside from, since you don't draw human characters often. Ooh, I gotta zoom in on this eye here. Do it same thing here. Awesome. Blend this up to here. Here we go. And then do the chin again. Mostly anthro stuff. Oh, cool! I used to draw stuff like that too sometimes. When I was younger, like really just first starting out on digital art, I used to do free requests to draw people's Animal Jam characters. And a lot of people in Animal Jam really wanted their characters drawn as anthros, so I got a lot of practice then. It was quite a bit of people actually. I rarely got people wanting me to draw their animals as animals. I had a few people wanting me to draw them as like humans with like animal ears and stuff. But the vast majority wanted them as anthro characters. I thought that was really funny. All right. I think I'm satisfied with how this is going. I'm having a hard time focusing on what I'm doing. I'm gonna be honest. I need to pull this in. Pull this in. Yes. Because the eye does meet the... Yes. Okay. So do the same over here. I gotta zoom out a lot because I'm one of those people who zooms in constantly. And so details end up getting... I get lost in the details, and so then I pull out and I'm like, oh wow, actually that doesn't fit with the rest of the piece. I gotta fix that. It's a struggle. It's a struggle. Alright, I just realized that I've been ignoring the brow, so I'm gonna... Ah! Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Thank the heavens. Thank the heavens it didn't crash this time. Please save. Please save. Please. Please be kind to me, Clip Studio Paint. Please. Okay, thank you. Alright. Maybe I should stop zooming in and out so much, actually. Alright, so we're gonna add just a little bit of lighting up here. And go. Taking requests like that also refines the technique. It does, it does. At that point in my life, I think taking art for free was beneficial because I ended up getting a lot of requests and I was a people pleaser. So I ended up doing, I'm pretty sure all of the requests I ever got. And I still have some of the artwork from back then. And I think upwards of 99 artworks, because I would label it request number 1, request number 2, and sometimes I would give them titles, but for the most part I would always number them. So I ended up getting into like some pretty decent numbers before I was like, I can't do this anymore, I'm getting burnt out, and so I ended up just stopping doing requests. But I chalk up that part of my life to a lot of how I improved. Like, I improved a lot over the span of that year, thanks to all the art I was doing. Because I was also experimenting a lot. I used to watch speed paints all the time. It's part of why I wanted to become partially a speed painter / art commenter. I don't really do much. I only ever comment on my art. I don't really comment on other people's art, except for like on Art Fight when someone sends me an attack and I'm like, oh, thank you for the attack, I love it, because I love all the art I get, and I'll only ever be like, but that's like the extent of my art commentary. It's just on what I'm doing. But yeah. I got really into speed painting because of it, because that's where I learned a lot of what I was doing for my art, was through watching other people's speed paints. And I was like, I want to do that. And here I am. So I've also dipped my toes into streaming too. I normally stream games, and I do art videos, and I stream games. But since Art Fight's here, I make an exception for the month of Art Fight to do art streams. And for the occasional, like, random urge to do an art stream, you know? I'm sorry, am I yapping too much? I feel like I'm saying a lot without really saying anything at all. Alright, I'll work more on the shading on the neck in a little bit. For now, I need to work on the bridge of the brow here. My cousin is the same. She draws for herself now and rarely does requests at all. Yeah. I like it when people talk a lot. Okay. I guess I'll keep yapping then. She draws for herself and rarely does requests at all. See, yeah. Now, I take commissions, because I do want to make a living doing art. That's what I want to do. But, yeah, I don't take free requests much at all. The only time I guess, people get free art from me is when I do the Secret Santa. If it's somebody I know and it's their birthday, or on Art Fight. Other than that, I don't take requests anymore because I just, it's not viable for my schedule anymore. But yeah. It's a great way. Is it lucrative? No, but it is a great way to improve fast, I think. That's why I like Art Fight so much. Alright. So I think I've gotten the base done for this. For the skin. I nearly forgot to shade the ears. They're kind of tucked out of the way here, so they won't get much shading, but they still need a little bit for the sake of lighting. Ooh. This needs smooth up. Here we go. Ah! No! Okay, there we go. No, I made it worse. Why do I keep doing this? You know what? It's fine. It works. It's chill. We'll move on. Gonna blend a little bit. And then blend a little more over here. It's so strange because headshots take me longer than a full body, which is really weird to me because I would think that it would be the opposite. Like, I always assumed it was the opposite, but when I look at my my Clip Studio Paint like work time, it's taken me 5 hours to do this much, whereas with like a full body, I would be 5 hours in and have half the rendering done already, along with the line art. I guess it's because since I'm so detail oriented that when I go in, that headshots give me more opportunity for details than full bodies. Yeah, exactly, Del Taco, exactly. I'm so sorry, is my mic peaking? I didn't realize I got that loud. I'm so sorry. Yeah, exactly. It's because of the details. I get so caught up in them in general. So, or just focus your attention. Yeah, exactly. With full bodies, I have to lower the amount of detail in order for clarity on the characters, right? But on headshots, that's all you see is the detail. So, yeah, it makes sense, I guess. Yeah, it does make sense. Right. Let's strengthen some of this over here. Perfect. And I think I need to move on to a lighter color now. Oh, wait. I need to move this up. Move this up too. Because it is a full... The light is facing her. I might need to adjust the line art for her nose to fit the portraits. Huzzah! We all agree. Yeah! Yeah, exactly, Ren. Alright. I forgot what I was doing. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sorry, my brain buffered for a second. It does that sometimes. Alright, so now we're gonna go in. I forgot to save the gray color I used. It's fine, I'll find it again. Alright, now we're gonna go do these eye highlights. Okay. Hi, Queen! Good luck, thank you, Queen! I hope you have fun in your endeavors. Let's see. Alright. Yeah. Okay, that works. Alright. Alright. And then we need to do it again. The under portion of the eye. I know the color is... See you, Queen! Have a good time! I think... I see, okay. Alright. And we're going to zoom in a little bit more. Gosh, it's not building up the color like I want it to. I'm doing something wrong. Am I not using a wide range of values? Are my values off? That might be it. Alright. Okay. We're gonna go back to doing some of this. We are now refining the shading on the face. That is what we are doing. Okay, and now we're gonna hit the nose right here. And then same thing over here. Okay. Now we need to refine these edges right here. Alright, so we are slowly but surely refining the shading. Okay. No, I gotta pull this in a little bit. Yeah. It's working better by the second. Let's go. Alright. Okay. Listen a little bit more. Alright. I like it. It's looking a bit better. And then we're gonna do the same thing right here. Tighten this. Beautiful. And we're gonna add more highlights here. Like so. I just realized that I should probably, that this should go in a little bit. Yeah, this should go in a little bit. Yep. And yep. And yep. Yeah, okay. That works. We're gonna add some more highlights to the chin and the cheeks too. I just gotta wait because Clip Studio Paint is loading again. So, save. Burp, 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 burp. Let's see. I still find it so funny that on the screen for the rendering, y'all can see like almost every single minuscule shade of gray. It looks like the screen kind of, you know, like those images that are like deep fried, and so you see like a bunch of like reds and yellows, and you can see the harsh lines where those shades end. I'm not sure what, I mean, is that like saturation? I don't know. It's just, it makes everything look a little bit more harsh than it looks on my screen. Alrighty. Now, cheeks. And we're just gonna do some basic highlights here. And I'll blend it in here in a second. Right now, I'm just trying to make sure that I divide where the eyelid ends and begins and where the cheek is. Go. And then we'll pull this down again. And pull this up. Looky there! We're getting more and more variation in the planes of the face. And then, no, actually I need this to pull upwards a little bit. I don't want to bring the other shading down. I need this to be brought up. Yeah! And I'm gonna use a smaller tool to help blend in these harsher edges. So, oh, pull this back up. Yeah. All right. This needs to be pulled back in. Awesome. Perfect. Yeah. And then we'll do some more highlights in the corners of the lips. Because those do exist. We are blending it in a little bit more though. Already looking much better. I know, right? It's going pretty good. Alright, this area right here might be a little too dark. I'm gonna push up some of this. I know a lot of the changes I'm making look subtle and are very subtle, but it is making a difference in the way the piece looks. Yeah. We're actually gonna use a bigger pen for this part. Oh, because we do want these edges to be melted in a little more. Yeah! Now we're gonna open up another layer, clipped to this layer, and now our highlights should be a little more stark. Yes. So now I'm gonna go back through and we're gonna do what we just did, but we are also going to use a smaller brush and begin adding some of those little detailed little highlights here and there. Shape eye a little bit. Yeah! And we're gonna add highlights here with the same effect. And then we're gonna start adding highlights here. Okay, so this one's a little bit, eyelid's bigger, so we're gonna have to, oh, so silly. Hello! How are you? Trying to decide how to say your name, I'm so sorry. Can I call you dear? Can I call you dear? Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how to say your username. I'm so sorry. But hi! Welcome back. I saw you. What was it? I saw you in one of the past streams. You sometimes do. How are you? Sorry, I have a hard time yapping while I'm doing art. It's kind of why I don't do very many art streams, because I do get hyper focused. Like, so very focused. But how's it going? Oh gosh, no. I don't want that. Here we go. We gotta push this in. And push this also in. We love highlights. We love highlights. Highlights are the highlight of my day. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. God. Okay, that looks better. Okay, that looks much better. And then we're gonna... I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Okay. Let's try a smaller... There we go. There we go. Maybe? Is that too bright? No, I like that actually. Okay, we're gonna keep doing that. Smaller right here. Then we bring in that shading. I like giving the eyelids a glossy effect. It's like one of my favorite things. And then you bring it in by pulling in the highlight. So. And then do the same thing. I don't mind the asymmetry so much because it makes the face look a little more realistic. And I'm kind of partial to that ever since I watched Arcane. Art style, absolutely gorgeous. Ever since I saw it, and I noticed that their faces are slightly uneven. Just ever so slightly. I've been really, really into it. It's really cool. And it just gives it so much personality. I think, oh my gosh, I literally touched upon this subject like last stream. I'm a broken record, y'all. The subjects that are coming to my head are all like relating to art fight, but it's like from this video I watched about like some of like the issues that have been happening in art fight, and I don't really want to talk about that on stream. It feels very, I don't know, it feels complainy, and I don't want to do that. And it feels negative, that's what it is. It feels negative, and I don't like talking about negative things on stream. This is supposed to be a chill, good time for everybody. Hopefully. I hope y'all are having fun. Here we go. See, why does my highlight work over here better than on this other eye? Why would you do this to me? Art is so mean to me sometimes, guys. Alright, we're gonna add this highlight here to the bridge of the nose to help it stand out. Actually, I need to make it bigger. I just realized. Because her nose is more round. I need to make it bigger to help portray the width. There we go. That's kind of off center. She does not have a crooked nose, I don't think. Okay. Might be too much highlight. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You've got this. It's fine. I just blend the bottom here. There we go. And then we add smaller highlights to the nose here. We love it. We love it. Perfect. No, I hate that, actually. Yeah. Wait. Did I get rid of my nose? I did! No, come back! Lag hurts me. Like, I take psychic damage from the lag. Alright, 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 alright. Do y'all ever, like, sometimes forget your methods of drawing? Like, do you ever, like, sit there and let's say you haven't used a particular technique in a while. I enjoy your streams, whether real or not. It's comforting to think I have a friend. Oh, Rin, you're so sweet. Oh my god. Thank you. Let's see. Here we go. All the time for real? Yeah, no, I forget how to draw sometimes. Like right now, I'm stumbling. I don't know if you've noticed, but I am stumbling really hard through my rendering right now. I'm kind of just adding highlights where I know they should go, but I'm not feeling it, you know? Like, as an artist, you'll sometimes get into the groove, right? And you get this gut feeling of where you're supposed to go, and you get in this zone to where, like, all of a sudden you conceptually and automatically, instinctively know where you need to put stuff. I am not in that zone right now. I'm kind of just adding things and hoping it works. That is how I am operating right now today. I don't know why. I'm off my game today. I feel it in my bones. I tell myself I like the unevenness of the face, like, particularly in the shading, but then I look at it and I'm like, it's not symmetrical! It doesn't have to be symmetrical. It doesn't need to be symmetrical. People's faces are never perfectly symmetrical, and yet I still do this to myself. Please don't crash. It didn't crash! Yay! I'm saving real quick. My goodness. Oh my gosh. You know, I say this every stream. Maybe I'm gonna do a gaming stream next. I miss blueprints. It's so much fun to play. But also art. I like arting. Do we like that? Or is that too much? What if I... Okay. What if I pull this down a bit? Do we like that? Let's try it on the other side and see how it looks. I'm not sure if y'all can see the subtle difference or not. I'm not sure if like the computer screen can pick that up. I'm hoping it does, because I am asking for opinions. Do we like that? Or is that too harsh? I'm not sure. To be perfectly honest. Sorry, I keep zooming out really, really, really far. And I just realized that y'all can't see that. Like, it's full screen for me, it's not full screen for you guys. Let's see. I'm gonna add some blending here. Okay. I feel like this works. And then we're gonna add the chin again. Add the chin. Keep this going. Yeah. I can't say I don't see your vision. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I'm just wondering if my highlights are too harsh, I guess is what I was asking. Because I'm not sure if they are too harsh or if they're just right. I'm not sure, but I am going to use a smaller highlight tool, and we're going to go along the edges right here to help define them. Here we go. This also helps define right here. We also need to go up here. That's about right? Yeah. Okay. So it is, okay, cool. Awesome. So it does look okay. Awesome. So we're just gonna continue doing these little highlights around the bottom of the eyelids. That's what I've been trying to say. Eyelids. Add some right here. Oh, I just realized that this corner right here isn't up nearly as high as the other corner, so we're just gonna pull this up a little bit. Because while faces aren't perfectly symmetrical, they do have symmetry to them, and we don't want to completely lose that symmetry, or else the face ends up looking a little wonky. Alright. What else? Highlight on the chin a little bit more, maybe. Yeah. Just a little bit, and this time I'm not going to blend it up into the face. I'm going to keep it right where it is, so that the definition of the chin is still present. Because I keep blending it up into the cheeks, and it doesn't do the effect that I keep wanting it to do. Because I keep blending it up too much. There we go. Should probably move this up. Go. Light is a tricky task. It is a tricky task. It's also really, really fun, though. Here we go. I need to push this over here a little bit. Looky there. I think. that exclamation sounded really proud, but I'm actually very uncertain. Actually, I'm on the fence. There we go. Alright, and now we blend it just a little bit. Which I said was part of the problem, but it's not since it's a harsher highlight. And then your cheeks also need a little more definition up here, I think. Nope, too much. Okay. Now I'm gonna go over here to the lips and try and do a little more rendering on those. So I'll take this edge here. Oh wait. It's actually in the front that we should be adding more highlight here because again, the light is coming from the front, so I need to render it from the front. Yeah, looky there. And then we're going to do the same right here. And add some more highlights to the middle of the lips. An almost glossy feeling. I do more rendering on the lip later on. Okay. I do need to go through here and kind of add some highlights. Yeah. Right through here. The harsher lines will be brought back in later. It does have some depth here, so I need to make sure that's seen. Okay. I fear that if I work on it too much more, I'm gonna ruin it. So we're gonna move down here and try and add some definition to the neck here while we're working. I'm not going to worry too much on the neck this time around. Okay. Now I've combined those two layers, and we are actually going to smooth out some of these lines here. So we're going to move from the liquify tool to the blending tool. Please, please, thank you. And then we're going to blend out these edges here. The last piece we did, I actually didn't do any blending for the skin because we all agreed that we liked how stone-like and statue-esque the rendering looked with the paint lines present, but she is not made of stone, and therefore I will be smoothing the lines of my rendering. So we're just using the blend tool, and that is exactly what we are doing. We're blending in the edges where they need to be. making sure that the face, the skin along the face looks soft and skin-like. Here. There we go. I do need this edge out a little bit. There we go. And now we need to smooth the inside of the lip bow here. Yes. Alright. And then we'll shade right here. Perfect. Same right here. And then blend. Blend, 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 blend. We need to choose up near the eyes where we want the skin to be, the lines to be softened. And so just right here, maybe right through here. Some of this is really harsh looking. I don't want it to be too harsh, or else it's jarring. Okay. Same thing over here. I'm gonna vaguely blend this in. And make sure that some of these paint strokes are blended in. Blend in over at the neck now. Okay. Alrighty. Doing the airbrush a little bit. Adds a little too much harshness, but we can blend that in. Here we go. Keep blending this in. Oh, that's too much. That's way too much. Now I see. Yeah, she's coming along nicely. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Yeah, that was too much. Okay. Alright. Sorry, I keep checking, so on OBS, I can look at the stream a little bit, right? So I keep like looking at and checking what I see versus what you guys see. And sometimes the change in resolution helps me pick out where I need to focus. So, I see. I need to soften the smile lines here a little bit. Yeah. And then blend those in. There we go. Yeah. I'm gonna blend this a little bit. Nope, too much. Blend this in a little bit. And then we're gonna take this. I'm gonna pull this down here. Do I like that? I prefer the way this looks. I'm gonna push and pull a little bit more around the eyes here. Because some of this rendering kind of messed up just a wee bit. Alright. We use the thin one and put this back around. Okay. And put this back in. Straighten that out. Okay. Same thing over here. All right. Why does this keep not blending the way I want it to? And I think now I can go in. No, stop that. Okay, here we go. And kind of just create some harsh shading lines around this. Okay. And doing this helps create more depth and adds a little more definition. Oh, I didn't smooth out the lips. I'm gonna do that a little bit. There we go. Smooth this out a little bit too. There we go. And now we're gonna move on to the clothes. I'll do more touch-ups later. So, let's see, base color. A little bit lighter than the base color. And now we're gonna start rendering this. Alright. So, let's start off with some faint color blocking. Go. This needs to be bigger. Okay. Here too. if you want to see what I'm working on, you could put it in the Discord. Yes, please put it in the Discord. I'd love to see it. Please do. I'll check it out once I'm done streaming. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And then we'll this. Darken the edges up near here. We need to make this. Okie. Spin a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Create a few inconsistencies in the shading so that it looks a little more like fabric. So, looks like wrinkles. No. Okie. This. I'm gonna do the same thing up here. And pull this right here. Alright. I actually really like shading fabric. I think it's fun. Nice, okay. We're gonna pull this up. And yeah, and then out here, and this over here, this end too. And we need to make this over here a little bit harsher. And this a little bit harsher. This too. Nice. Alright. This in. Pull that in. Go back and we're going to build up some more lighting. And we're just going to keep blocking in the colors. Yep. And then right here. Awesome. And let's see. Pull this in. This over here. Here. And then do the same thing right here. Sneak it into this little crevice. for the sake of depth. And then we're gonna do the same right over here. Shading fabric is similar to modeling clay. It is. The way I shade is very similar, I think. Yeah. It's very similar to sculpting, it is. Which is so funny because I used to sculpt with clay when I was little. My mom used to have like these big blocks of artist's clay. I mean, not like super big blocks, but like the kind you can just buy at a craft store. And we would sit around and we would make things. We wouldn't necessarily sculpt, I guess. I mean, I guess it was kind of sculpting. But yeah, we would like make little figurines and stuff. And like homemade Christmas ornaments. All that good jazz. It was a lot of fun. I like the way this is turning out. Okay. I'm gonna add a few more wrinkle details over on this one. Because I just realized it's not really doing much. Here we go. See, it's so nice and subtle, but I love it. I love it. Subtlety is my favorite. I love subtlety. Am I good at being subtle? Probably not. But I love subtlety nonetheless. All right. This up here. This here. Nice. All right. And then we're gonna pull this up just a little bit because it is wrapping around here. All right. I think this one deserves a little bit more definition right here. Yeah. At least around this area. And this one here. Nice. Nice. Now I am going to smooth out some of these areas, and not too much. Because we do want some of those harsh edges to stay in order to help define the shading. Just gonna smooth out certain areas so that they're a little more palatable to the eye, not as distracting. See, right here is a little too much variation in the strokes. And do the same over here. Blend this in, and this in, and then we save real quick because I just remembered that I haven't been saving. And we've done a lot of work here on the scarf. And I'd like to keep that work. I really would. There was this one time that I was on Clip Studio Paint. I've only ever had Clip Studio Paint crash on me 3 times. It has only happened 3 times. And there was one time in which it was like absolutely awful. I had not saved since I finished the line art, and it crashed. And I lost all my work up until that point. But luckily, thanks to Clip Studio Paint's autosave system, I managed to find a version of the artwork that was closest to what I had lost. And I was able to recover most of it. And I searched so hard online because I was like, I just lost everything. I was absolutely devastated. I actually quit the drawing for like the rest of the day after that because I thought I had lost it all. I was like, I'm just not gonna work on it anymore, I guess. Because I just lost all motivation because I thought I had lost everything. And then I had this idea. I was like, wait a minute, what if it has autosave? So I went back and I checked, and sure enough, Clip Studio Paint does have an autosave system. Now, it doesn't autosave a lot, so I still had to redo some of what I had done. But it autosaved enough to where it wasn't... to where I was like, you know what, it's salvageable. And I think more art programs should implement that. Because in order to access it on Clip Studio Paint, all you have to do is just go into the file for the artwork, and all you have to do is just find that the most recent saved version of that file in Clip Studio Paint's files. It's a lot easier than it sounds, and thanks to the what's it called? Tutorial! It's called a tutorial! Thanks to the tutorial. Oh, thank you so much. Thanks to the tutorial I found, it was a lot easier than I thought to recover. Sorry, I keep processing before I say words. I share your pain. Many sacrifice has been made to the program demons. Yeah, it's awful. It's awful. But luckily, Studio Paint did save my tushy on that. Alright. I just realized that I just tried to adjust the skin layer, but I'm not even on the skin layer anymore. I just noticed that these aren't very brightened. Here we go. The corners of the eyes were too dark. Alright, and now we're going to do a lighter shade. And we're going to put those highlights on. But we're not going to do the airbrush tool like I was just doing. We're going to do this tool because I like building up the color. It gives me the ability to control the variations of tone, and I like being able to do that. My cat is in here. Hey! My goodness. What you doing? What you doing down there? My goodness. So cute. Maybe one day I will have a cat cam. That would be nice. Perhaps one day. Jeez. My goodness. She's such a weird cat. Actually, I can't say that because it seems like a lot of cats have very distinct little quirks that make their owner go, yeah, my cat's weird, you know? So I guess I can't really say that because if all cats are weird, then that defeats the meaning of weird. You know? It's kind of like the whole, and if everybody's super, no one will be. You know? It's same concept. Same concept. Alright. And some more subtle variation. Because what do we like? We like subtlety. Here we go. Wait a minute. Hey, Rin, you said that, you feel the whole program crashing thing. What do you use? Are you like, what program are you talking about? Are you an artist too, Rin? Like, my brain just kind of locked onto that. I was like, wait a minute. Wait a stinking minute. Wait a minute. Rin lore drop? Let's see. I'm gonna continue. Okay. And now we gotta blend this in a little bit more. Oh my gosh, my stomach is growling. Let me just... I have food. Ah! Mm. It's really good food, but really messy. Sorry. Tis a bacon and tomato sandwich. I love bacon tomato sandwiches. They are literally the best, in my very unbiased opinion. It is an objective truth. A universal truth, if you will. Munching break. I'm so sorry. Okay. Back to the grind. All right. Let's see. I know, like, I should add some shading into the insides of the, just in general. I work with editing software for broadcast and movies. Oh, that's so cool! What kind of editing stuff do you do? That's really fun. Wait, when did you say that? Okay, it was literally just now. Okay, I was like, wait, did you say that a few minutes ago and I not see that? Okay. Because I wouldn't blame myself. I have a really bad habit of doing that, actually. But yeah, I get that. I forget which movie editor I was using for, like, some of my videos, but sometimes it would crash, and I'd want to cry. I'd sit there and be like, no! Not all those hours of work. You're so what? Oh, wait, let me see. You're so slow. No, you're good. That's a-okay. I was just worried that that I had like just missed it, and that you were like, my worst fear is leaving people hanging. Like, it really is. I hate leaving people hanging when someone's like trying to talk to me on stream. I'm like, and I like miss what they're saying. I hate it. I feel like I promise I'm not ignoring you. If I ever miss your message, I promise I'm not ignoring you. It's literally because I just missed it. Luckily, I can scroll up and see if I missed a comment from anybody. But still, it's still like awful. Let's see. Okay, I'm still blending in. I'm still blending in these edges here. Because I need to. Because this particular area, I need to be smoothed out. Okay. I kind of want to keep it the way it is. That works, I think. Yeah, and I think there's enough character, color variation for a gradient map to be applied later. Okay, I think this is satisfactory. We're moving on to the hair now. We're moving on to the hair. Alright. You're great at noticing I just send so late, so the message is way off topic. Well, I don't ever mind if it's off topic. I bounce between topics all the time. So if you ever want to say something that pertains to something that I was just talking about, but you feel like it's too late, it's not. I can always bounce back to that last topic. So do not worry. I can and will bounce back to the topic that I was talking about previously. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. We are almost done with the rendering stage. I forgot about the hairband. Give me a second. I gotta render the hairband. Alright. Yeah. 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 Okay. Yeah, just gonna render the hairband real quick. I have seen people painting over their sketches, and I kinda wanna try that. I kinda really wanna try it, but at the same time, I don't know how they do it. It's so like, and I'm scared of messing up a sketch. I mean, okay. So I say that, but like, there is a solution to that problem. Hi, Mummy Faye! Welcome to the stream! Thank you for the food earlier. I like it. It's very tasty. Very tasty. There is a really easy solution to my issue with that though. And that is copy paste. Copy paste the sketch I want to paint over and then just work on it from there, and then that way I always have it. I always have it just to fall back on should I mess something up. You know? But then I'm like, if I mess up, then I just did like hours of work for nothing. And it's like, that's not the point of art. I need to get that through my noggin. It's my perfectionism. It's my perfectionism talking. Yep, you're welcome. Thank you. Yep. Gosh. Every time I go, yep, I think of Ducky from Littlefoot. One of my favorite childhood movies. Aside from Barbie. But Barbie is an all-encompassing theme. I loved Littlefoot too. My parents were actually convinced for a while that I was going to become either an archaeologist or a paleontologist because of my interest in fossils and dinosaurs. Yep. No. I think I've mentioned that before on stream, actually. Please be kind to me. Thank you. We're saving real quick. We're saving. Alright, I'm gonna take a bite of sandwich. Nom. Good movie, it's cute, isn't it? Littlefoot is such a... I cry still. I'll sometimes turn on Littlefoot because I want to watch a childhood movie, and I still cry. I still cry at that at the scene where his with his mom on the rock. Absolutely bawling by the time it's over. So sad. They made a lot of those movies, actually. I liked most of them. I think there were like very few that I didn't like. They all had really catchy songs, too. The one I think about a lot whenever I think about songs from Littlefoot are like, imaginary friends are wonderful friends, and everybody ought to know one. Big water. We're looking for big water. That one was good too. I got up to the third movie and then life. Yeah, that's fair. The Great Long Neck Migration was one of my favorite movies, actually. For Littlefoot, I thought that one was really good. They came out with like a new Littlefoot movie in like 2019, and I thought that was wild. I watched it. It was good. They had a catchy. It was okay. Phew! I'm so sorry. Anyway, sorry. I had to sneeze. But, What was I saying? Bless you. Ah, thank you. I was saying something. I done forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, they had an interesting song. Gosh. It was like it's like they're in a mud pit and they're like hot and stinky and hot. Cuz it was like a boiling mud pit. I don't know. It was funny. Try not to sneeze. Oh yeah. My sinuses have cleared up. I don't know if y'all can hear it or not, but my sinuses have cleared up. I now am no longer suffering. It is now... I can now breathe. And you never realize how much you take breathing for granted until it's taken away from you. You know? Like being able to breathe, and just... without issue. Yeah. Something that is not quite appreciated enough. Loved that one. Yeah, it was a fun song. Oh no. Oh. I was like, why isn't it drawing anything? It's because it's on the wrong layer. Guys, I don't know if you know this, but you need to check your layers when you're working. Just a pro tip. Check your layers when you're working. Let's see. I'm sorry, I want to do the hair, but Clip Studio Paint will not let me do the hair properly because it already likes to lag with this particular hairbrush that I like to use for my hair strands. And since I'm streaming this, it's making it even worse. So now it's not even working for me. I guess we could move on to doing the eyes for her. I like how pearlescent her eyes are. It's very pretty. We can move on to her eyes, I think. It's gonna be like a really stark difference because you're gonna be suddenly seeing color on this grayscale drawing. Alright. We're zooming in. Alright. There's one. Here's two. Okay. Pull this through. Pulling this through. All right. Here we go. Nice. Now we're gonna go and color pick for, oh wait, for her eyeballs. I'm actually gonna darken this because I always start with a darker color first because I form the rest of the eye around the pupils. That's how I render my eyes. Wait a minute. Oh. It's not the thing. Okay. Oh, she looks terrified. Here we go. That was creepy. It was a little creepy. Yippee! Think I'm done? Oh yay, Del Taco! Oh my goodness! You gotta share it. You gotta share it in the Discord. I wanna see it. I wanna see it. I haven't been sharing any of mine in the Discord, but I'm putting mine in a video. Nice. Okay. I think that needs to be a little bit bigger. Yeah, that works. Alright, I'm gonna go back and pull that color again. Use this color first. And woo! I almost have the hiccups. And then we're gonna do this little number. And now we're just gonna form the eye. So. There we go. And then keep going up through here. I like leaving a darker edge along the edge of the... Nice, now a pirate patch for the other eye. She would look cute with the pirate patch. Let's see. Pull this up. Arg. Arg. We're gonna pull this down. Create the fade and the little ring I like to put around the eyes. Alright. And then I'm gonna try and darken this circle around here. Oop. Okay. And we want to keep rendering this carefully. Here we go. And try this going. Right, and then pull this down. This down too. All right, and then we're gonna take this and do the same thing Rightio. And then we still want some of this to be a little bit lighter up here. Not too much so. Nice. Try to bring this up a little bit. There we go. We do want this to be a little bit brighter right here. Nice. All right. But her eyes are meant to be a lot lighter. Nope. I thought that would work. Lesson to self. No, it will not. Will not work as you should. Okay, I'm gonna open up another layer. Opening up another layer. Actually, what if I were to just... See, no, it needs that build up. Okay. All right. You must be very familiar with the tools in this studio. I am very familiar with it. I've been working on Clip Studio Paint for the past... Oh gosh. I've used Clip Studio Paint. Oh my gosh, for almost 10 years now. It's been almost 10 years. If we're counting when I first got the old version of it, it used to be called Manga Studio, and then it became Clip Studio Paint. And I had been using Manga Studio since I was 14. So, yeah. Kind of crazy. Really wild to think about, actually. I think I need to make her eyes brighter. Let's see. Please don't die on me. Please don't die on me. Thank goodness for saving. We are saving. It nearly died on me again. Okay, it's saved. Awesome. Yeah, I really think I need to... Okay. One second. Need to brighten this a little bit. Okay. And then I can use the dark color for people still, but I just need to too much, too small. Here we go. Alright, that works. Okay. So let's combine that with the lower layer, and then we're going to open yet another layer. Okay. And some glow there. Or no, we want this. We want do we want glow? Or do we want to wait on glow? Let me see. No, I need to wait on the glow because I do need to finish rendering the main part of this. So we use this. Okay. 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 We need the liquefy tool. To move some of these back into place. Okay. Okay. And now we're gonna wait. Okay. We're just gonna keep making these little teardrop marks in these gaps. To help with the rendering of the eyes. And I'm gonna do it here. Okay. Now we're gonna do the same thing right here. On the inside of the eyes, near the pupil. Yep. And we're just gonna keep doing that all the way around. Eyes are so much fun. I love drawing eyes. They're a lot of fun. Looky there! And now we overlay. We lower the opacity. And they're there to create a vague eye texture within the eyeball. Yes, yes. Maybe I should try multiply there. Oh no, multiply's too dark. Hue? No. Saturation? No. Brightness. Difference? No. Screen? Maybe. Okay. All right. Well, sadly, this is the end of the stream. I just looked at the time and it is 12:33. So thank you all so much for coming. I really appreciate it. I'll be posting this next coming week's stream schedule up by the end of today, and I'm determined to do it by the end of today. If I don't, y'all need to yell at me next time I stream. Be like, Silver, how dare you? How dare you not post it on Sunday like you said you were going to? I need y'all to do that for me. All right. And thank you all so much again. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.